Hi everybody, welcome back to another CD Finds video. In this video I have about a dozen Beatles CDs to show you all, and I also have 50s and 60s CDs, all covering the rock and roll genre. Let's dive in and see what I've picked up. So I'll start off by showing the 12 Beatles CDs. This is Beatles Anthology 2. This is a promo CD. It's designed to market the album to record stores, radio stations, and DJs before its official release back in the mid-90s. These promo items often featured unique content or artwork compared to the final commercial release. So there's the back. There's the inside. I'll remove the CD. And we'll quickly peruse the booklet. So let me know if you have this little promo CD released in 1996. So Anthology 2 gives us 45 tracks across 2 CDs. This promo CD only has 10 songs. Here the Beatles Tell All, interviews with the Beatles from 1964. It was originally released in the United States on VJ Records in 1964. So it contains interviews of all 4 Beatles members. It became the only album on which Capitol Records could not dispute VJ Records' publishing rights. This here is a reissue from 1994, being on CD. Here I have The Beatles, Past Masters Volume 1, released in 1988. This one here is a Japanese release without the obi strip. There's the disc. The album contains all songs released commercially by the band that were not available on the Beatles' 12-inch original UK albums or the US Magical Mystery Tour LP. I'll quickly show you the inner photo inside the booklet, and also comes with the Japanese liner notes. With the Beatles is the second studio album by the English rock band The Beatles, released in the United Kingdom on 1963 on Parlophone, 8 months after the release of the band's debut album, Please Please Me. This one here is the 2009 stereo version. It does come with a booklet, and it does open up like so. I'm sure every Beatle fan has this in their collection, or at least the mono version. And there's the CD. I also stumbled upon this version of With the Beatles, released in 2002. This is an unofficial release made in Russia. The label is Some Wax Records. There's the back. And there's the CD. And a quick look at what's inside the booklet. Just all the lyrics in English. Next up is Let It Be Naked, an alternative mix of the Beatles' 1970 album Let It Be, released on the 17th of November 2003 by Apple Records. This is the 2 CD version which features a special disc called Fly on the Wall. The second disc is a unique look at the Beatles' rehearsals in the studio. This is something we all have in our collection. Ultra Rare Tracks Volume 1 was a series of bootleg recordings on the Beatles featuring studio outtakes that first appeared in 1988. It was not the first Beatles bootleg to appear on compact disc, but it was the first one to achieve a widespread attention with bootleggers because its sound quality showed what digital remastering was capable of. There are 8 volumes of this, and subsequently some of these tracks have since appeared on the anthology series. I bet you've never seen this one before. Let me know in the comments. This is The Beatles Tapes, Volume 1, released on Polydor Records in 1990. It has 11 tracks, half of which comprises of interviews and songs, both split with John Lennon and George Harrison. I'm assuming there's a Volume 2, so I'll be looking out for that, which will probably cover Ringo Starr and Paul McCartney. So we may all remember the Band on the Run 25th Anniversary Edition 2-CD box set from 1999. Well, recently I picked up the story of Band on the Run, which is essentially disc 2 from the 25th Anniversary Edition. There's the back. It also includes the alternative versions of the original Band on the Run tracks from disc 2 without the dialogue, as you can see down there, which wasn't available on this. So this here is a promo release. Something else that we've all seen before, the Beatles' Yellow Submarine soundtrack, released in 1999. The Beatles Unauthorized, Volume 1, live. So I do have about 20 of these with other bands, Bon Jovi, Iggy Pop, Madonna, Elvis, and so on. So I think these were made in South Australia, and they are unofficial releases. The Beatles Across the Universe. This was made in 2003. It is a bootleg and does contain 26 tracks. And that wraps up all the Beatles CDs. But now we move into the Monkees. The Definitive Monkees, limited edition compilation from 2001. It contains 29 of the Monkees' greatest hits. The album includes 2 tracks from the 1980s reunion. The album features a bonus disc, which features 31 of the Monkees' rare songs. So this is quite a hefty package. First up, we have the booklet. Some great photos in here. This booklet is a little bit longer in length than a traditional CD booklet. Here's the CD1. And here's the bonus disc, CD2, which opens like so. And there it is there. Now I probably have all these tracks on another 2-CD compilation set of Bill Haley and his Comets, but I do collect for the Universal Masters collection. There's the track listing. And as you can see, it's a very attractive package. I did manage to find some more Rainbow Records labelled CDs. You know I'm obsessed with them, and I do already have this one in my collection, but this is in better condition than what I had. Buddy Holly, the very best, 20 original tracks. 2 CD set, mega hits of the 50s. So that open like so. And then what you do is you flip it, go back to the far end again, and open it like that. I've got a couple of Roy Orbison Rainbow Records CDs to show you. Both are double CDs. Here's the track listing. I also found this one as well, Roy Orbison Rarities. It's always fun to go on Discogs and see how much they have sold for in the past. I know the Elvis one, 2 CD set, titled Big Boss Man, goes for quite a bit of money. I can't mention Elvis and not show you guys a recent Elvis pickup. This is Elvis Presley, Blue Moon, on Lotus Records. This one was released in 1990. Here's the track listing, and made in Italy. Next up, Tom Jones, The Collection by Reader's Digest. This here is a 4 CD set, released in 2005. So let's open it up. It does come with quite a thick booklet. And it's mostly just text. There's only 1 or 2 pictures in this book. This is an upgrade. Matt Monro, The Collection, The Man with the Golden Voice. He's an English singer spanning a 30-year career. And there's a comprehensive list of all his best hits on a 2 CD set. I wasn't sure if I was going to show this or not. This is Oliver, the original motion picture soundtrack, the movie from the 60s. This is a re-release from 2008. Does come with the CD and also has the movie on DVD as a bonus. Probably one of my favourite movies that I used to watch when I was a young boy. This is the Jazz Vocal Collection by Venue, released in 1997. This here is the booklet. The outer case of the CD set is missing, but it's just 4 CDs which is a compilation of jazz vocalists from the 1940s. Here's disc 2. There's the track listing. Disc 3. And finally, disc 4. I also picked up this 7 DVD movie collection, made in 2017. Love Me Tender, Flaming Star and Wild in the Country, Follow That Dream, Kid Galahad, and Frankie and Johnny and Clambake. When I got home, I realised I did have this one here. And guess what? Exactly the same DVD design, except this was released 4 years prior in 2013. And that's it for my 1960s rock and roll haul. I hope you enjoyed it. Please send me a comment. Hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching.